Hi guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Now, as I said the other day, I was going to do the League 1 and League 2 playoffs separately and on the day that they are happening, because it's only credit, we're due to the teams and fair play to them. So today we've got the League 2 playoffs. We have the first leg between Colchester United and Exeter City, and later on Northampton Town versus Cheltenham Town. So I am going to start with Colchester United versus Exeter City. Two very decent sides. My personal choice for the playoffs would be Exeter City. Like I said in previous videos, for those that have watched them, I have links with Exeter. My ex-partner and I, her nan, has moved to Devon to Exeter. We've been down there a few times. Those of you that follow me on Facebook would have seen a post this morning. A year ago, for my birthday, I went to Exeter City for a tour of the stadium. It was fantastic. I felt really bad in a way because the new stand hadn't officially been opened, but I was one of the first people to see it and actually go on it. So as a Reading fan, it's a little bit harsh there, but it was a wonderful day, and I really appreciated it. And so, it'd be nice to see Exeter City do well. That's taking nothing away from Colchester either. So having a look here, I've got one of my sites up. I can't obviously use the name of the site for banned advertising rights because I don't have the advertising rights. But this particular site I use is very good for stats and statistics. As I just get rid of this pop-up on my laptop. Go. Right, so let me just click back on that page, guys. 1 second. It would be better if this was a live stream doing it this way. Okay, so current form, 33% is Exeter's form and 50% is the form of Colchester. So to start with the home side, Colchester United, they've won 3 of their last 6 games, losing the other 3. We'll come on to those results in a minute. Their highest win was a 5-1 win. Total goals, they've scored 20, and their average goals per game is 1.43. So moving to Exeter, like I say, they've had a poor run of form. They've won 1 of their last 6, losing 3 and drawing the other 2. Their highest win was a 3-0 win, so that would have been the game they won. They've scored 22 goals, so just the 2 more than Colchester in that time. But they do have an average goals per match of 1.57, so that's a little bit better. The 3 main facts it gives you here are Exeter City haven't won in their last 5 games when playing at home. Colchester have not lost to Exeter in their last 3 encounters. So that's interesting. And Exeter have lost 3 away matches in a row. So it's looking a little bit devastating in a way for Exeter. But what I will say is, as we proved last night with the 2 Premier League games, and there will be a video on that soon as well, that obviously the crowds aren't there, the teams they're not in full fitness, and as Arsenal found out to their horror, is one word, and players aren't match fit, players aren't at their best, as I'm sure David Luiz will testify this morning. So I don't rule out surprise results. I'm sure Colchester are probably going into this as favourites. My money's going to go on Exeter, for those that will probably ask me in the comments. Score prediction is coming up. Don't worry, that's part of this, obviously. So, talking of scores, let's have a look. If you go down the page, it gives you the last meetings. Okay, so these are the last times the teams have played each other. Now, I am going to read all of them, not thousands. There's just the last 6 that they played. So, on the 25th of January 2020, that was this year, it was Exeter City 0, Colchester United 0. On the 29th of December 2019, that was game 24 of the league, it was Colchester 2, Exeter 2. So 2 draws there. Then the 16th of March 2019, it was 3-0 to Exeter City. Then it was 1-1 on the 24th of November that season. And then the previous season, it was Exeter City 1, Colchester 0, and Colchester 3, Exeter 1. So looking at it on that basis, Exeter City have won 2 of them. There's been 3 draws and just the 1 win for Colchester. So that's the previous meetings. Now we're going to have a look the next part. Like I said, I want these videos to be detailed. I want to analyse all 4 teams and give them the credit they deserve. So looking at Colchester United, their last 6 games, they won 3-0 away at Carlisle. They lost 2-0 to Cheltenham Town, which could be mentioned if either of those two make the final. They won 2-1 away at Salford City. They lost 3-0 away at Port Vale, lost 3-2 against Grimsby Town at home, and won 3-0 against Plymouth. Okay, so that's not too bad. Exeter City's form, if we have a look here, they lost 3-1 to Walsall. They drew 1-1 with both Crewe and Crawley respectively. They lost 2-0 to Northampton Town, which ironically again with the other that could also be the playoff final. And Portsmouth beat them 3-2, and they then won 3-2 against struggling Macclesfield Town. So again, some really good positive results there for them. And obviously in next matches it's the playoffs, and both have got a question mark for the final in case. So the other thing they do is they bring up the player statistics. This site is brilliant. They don't player statistics as well. So you've got Ryan Bowman for Exeter. 37 matches. He scored 13 goals this season. 6 with his right. So his foot. FG. I don't know what half of that means, to be fair. So 13 goals he's scored this season, which is pretty good. Nicky Law has got 7. Lee Martin has got 5. Randell Williams has got 5, Matt Jay has got 4, and Brendan Dickinson has got 2. So the top scorers for Colchester United, Theo Robinson has got 11, Luke Norris has got 9, Kwame Puku, who I've probably said his name wrong, has got 5, Frank Noble has got 5, Callum Harrier has got 3, Reading fans will know him, and Harry Pell has got 3 as well. So now obviously the other connection with Exeter City is Reading loanee players, and Pierce Sweeney is one of the loan players from Reading that is at Exeter City. I believe Jake Taylor might be as well. Don't quote me on that, but definitely Pierce Sweeney. So it's be nice to see him do well. League positions, obviously we know they both finished in the playoffs. This is quite interesting. Their home and away form over the season. Exeter have played 18 home games, won 10, drawn 7, lost 1. Colchester have played 18, obviously, as well. Won 9, drawn 5, lost 4. Exeter away from home have won 8, drawn 4, lost 7. And Colchester have won 6, drawn 8, lost 5. So really, it's actually they're 2 evenly matched teams, to be brutally honest. So the next sort of thing, this goes on about over and under goals and stuff like that. If you're doing those sorts of bets, but I don't tend to do them, so I don't really focus on them too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get up the other stats for the other game, but I'm going to give you my score prediction for today's match. So my score prediction for this game is Colchester United 1, Exeter City 2. I think that Exeter will win the first leg. I think it's going to be cagey. I think it's going to be very close. But I'm just sticking my neck on the line and saying that Exeter will win this 2-1. Let me know in the comments what you guys think the score for that game will be. So that's 9 minutes of preview for that game. Let's see if I can do the same for the next match. So that is Northampton Town versus Cheltenham Town. 2, to be fair, of the most surprising teams of the League 2 campaign, but they've both been very, very strong teams. So I just turn myself around here. Just my Reading away kit, if you're wondering. So yeah, I think they're both, like I said, they've had really good seasons, both of them. So we're going to have a look now at what's going on here. So Northampton Town, the last 6 games, they've got a 33% record, and it's a 92% form record for Cheltenham. Northampton have won 2 of their last 6, losing the other 4. Cheltenham have won 5 out of their last 6 games, drawing 1. So they're unbeaten. So Cheltenham haven't lost in their last 6 games. During the last 15 meetings with Northampton playing at home, Northampton have won 7. There have been 4 draws, while Cheltenham have won 4. The goal difference is 24-19 in favour of Northampton. So again, on the form basis, Cheltenham would be favourites going into this game because they have been on fabulous form. And actually, they've been a really, really good team this season to watch. And actually, out of the 4, you would probably say they're not the favourite, but they are a very, very solid team. And I'll put my neck out on the line again and say that if Cheltenham don't win the playoffs this year, then I can see them definitely being one of the 3 teams promoted next season. Don't kill me. So the last meetings between these sides, Cheltenham won 2-1 at home to Northampton Town. And when it was at Northampton, it was a 1-1 draw. So not too bad. The previous season, it was 3-1 to Cheltenham and 3-1 to Cheltenham home and away. So not a brilliant record so far in recent years for Northampton against Cheltenham Town. And Northampton won 2-0 against Cheltenham in 2015, and in 2014 it was 3-2 to Cheltenham. So just the one victory there for Northampton Town. But I have to stress, Northampton have had such a good season that, again, you shouldn't overlook them in this game. And my prediction will show that, and obviously I'll come to that at the end of the game. It's a bit of a risky prediction, but I'm sticking with it. So we're having a look at the last matches like we did with the previous game. For Northampton Town, they finished the season with a defeat to Mansfield Town 2-1. They won 3-0 away at Grimsby. They lost 2-1 to Cheltenham. They beat Exeter City 2-0, as we heard in the previous video. They lost 3-2 to Walsall and lost 1-0 to Swindon Town. So, hasn't been the best run for them. For Cheltenham, they drew 0-0 with Port Vale. They beat Colchester 2-0, as we said. And they beat Northampton 2-1. So, the interesting thing here is that they've beaten 2 of the 3 playoff teams, which could prove in the final if that's where they end up. They beat Mansfield 1-0, Leyton Orient 2-1, and Carlisle 1-0. So they're in really, really good, strong form. They've only conceded, two goals. Wow, they've only conceded 2 goals in 6 games as well. I think I might have to change my prediction. That's staggeringly good form. Where on the other hand, Northampton have conceded 8 goals in 6 games, and they've only scored 4 goals in 6 games. I really am I'm gonna say this live to you guys. I am changing my score prediction. I really am changing my score prediction. This doesn't look great. I'll tell you what my original one was, and so I'm not going to cheat. I'll do both. And obviously, they say the next matches are as they are. So, strikers-wise, Ryan Broom for Colchester. For Cheltenham Town. I apologise, Colchester fans. Ryan Broom, 34 games, 8 goals. Luke Varney has scored 7. Alfie May has scored 6. Connor Thomas has got 6. Gavin Riley has got 4. And Alex Adai has got 4 as well for Cheltenham Town. For Northampton Town, Andy Williams has got 8. Sam Hoskins has got 8. Callum Morton has got 5. Ryan Watson 5. Jordan Turnbull 5. And Harry Smith 4. So, it's going to be interesting. So, what my original prediction was a 2-2 draw. Was Northampton 2, Cheltenham 2. I nearly said it again. But I've changed it to 2-1. I do see Northampton being at home scoring, but I'm actually going to give this to Cheltenham away. I think they might just nick this one, but we'll see. So there you go, guys. That is, I know it's a bit of a longer video. That is this video for the League 2 playoffs. All the best, as I say, to Northampton Town, to Cheltenham Town, to Colchester United, and to Exeter City. Let's have a little bit of fun with that in the comments. I can't speak properly. Typical Reading fan. So, alright guys, again, thank you for watching. A massive thank you to the new subscribers. Please like and subscribe if you're new around here. Let your friends know about the channel. Get in the comments what you'd like to see more of on this. I'm going to do a VAR video in a minute about the controversy at Sheffield United. I'm also going to do a review of the 2 Premier League games last night and have a little discussion about that. So I might add it in together as one video, depending on how short it is or long it is there. So thank you again for watching, guys. Take care, enjoy the match tonight, and all the best to everybody.